Conference. Pre-conference.
Thank you.
The conference is multiple classes, 2 in the morning, lunch, 2 in the afternoon, Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday. And the pre-conference would be like the preceding days to the weekend, and it's like an 8-hour class, singular class. So they're not going to attend that, they're only going to do the weekend conference.
Okay. Okay, I would like to make a motion to allow the fire department chief to head it off, to have his captain and
I know definitely the captain, and I haven't nailed down the second
the
person.
other person to attend the November 6th to the 8th conference to Clearwater Beach, Florida. Wow.
Yeah, November.
I could be the
What a
other
terrible
guy.
time to go.
Sure. This conference is for commissioners. It's like a commission. If it means anything, when Devin and I went, it was absolutely miserable.
Yeah.
That makes us feel better.
Yeah.
It was cold and windy and
Yeah.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
You go, chief.
There you go, Chief. Okay, now back to the budgets. Insurance and benefits.
So you have the Excel sheet and you have the backup. A lot of these rates have not been set yet. They won't be set until October and November. So I did estimates as far as percentage increases. So line 210, health insurance, 446, 479. That's based on the first 6 months of 2015 at the current rate, and then an estimated 8% increase for the second 6 months.
Okay.
For the last year, couple of years, the increases have averaged anywhere from 6 to 8%. So I put in for an 8% increase. We also have,
We get those numbers usually, what, December?
yeah.
Nail them down, so.
We also have one additional new full-time employee that's been included in this. That's another reason for the increase.
Right. Okay.
And we had some vacancies recently in one of the departments. And
You still?
health insurance.
Okay, still on
Yeah.
health insurance, okay.
And so when you have a vacancy and you don't know who you're going to be hiring as a replacement, you have to budget for the family plan. You can't budget
Right.
for the one person or
Correct.
two person because you don't know which plan they're going to be taking.
Right.
So to be safe, you have to do that. So that's another little tidbit. Line 215, dental insurance, 14,459. I budgeted for a 5% increase. I don't think it's going to be 5%. I think it may be a little bit less. Last year, there was a 0% increase.
Last year, okay, because of the default, you were 594, okay. Because you had 14,594, then you went to 14,459. I don't know if that was a transposed couple of numbers there, or...
14,459.
Okay, I was just looking at 2014 default at
Yeah.
594. I didn't know if there's just a couple numbers that were transposed, that's all.
No,
Okay.
no. Line 233, New Hampshire Retirement System. That is what it is.
Yeah.
Going up a lot, huh?
The,
Unfortunately.
New Hampshire Retirement System percentage is increasing on July 1st. And we do now have an additional full-time employee that I have to
Right.
cover in New Hampshire Retirement System.
Yep.
Line 250, life insurance, 706.
Now went down. Oh,
It went down from the default.
yeah.
Right.
I had requested 648 last year, but the default came in, so it bumped it back to the old rate of 950. And I budgeted for a 5% increase on that, with an additional employee,
Right.
Why did it get bumped back up to 950?
because it was the default budget.
Right,
Because
but your request was 648,
Yep,
okay? So we went to a default budget and it went more?
yes, yep. That's what happens sometimes in a default budget. You have to take the previous year's figures and use those, so
That doesn't make sense.
It's the way it is. It's the way it is. Line 260, unemployment insurance. I budgeted for a 3% increase, although I'm hoping that won't, it won't be as high. This is one of those insurances, thinking of the property liability disregard. Line 280, workers' comp, I budgeted for an 8% increase. Line 520, property and liability, I budgeted for a 7%. Because we have a contract with Primex on the property liability insurance, they cannot increase the property liability insurance more than 7% for 3 years. We signed that contract last year. So I budgeted for the 7%. And then line 530, the property liability deductions, I put in there for 6 claims.
Okay. But you'll have more accurate numbers as the time goes on.
In a couple of months,
Yeah, that's what usually happens with insurances.
Yeah.
This time of year, we do our best guess, and when it comes close to the end of the year, it's
Adjusted.
Yep. Okay, next item up on the agenda. I can't believe we got through all this, and it's not even midnight yet.
You have a memo from Kathy? Yep.
Yep. This is for 9 Pineland Park. We have agreed to deed the property back, or was deeded back.
You gave him until the first week of...
Yes, yep.
Oh, that's me, yeah, I remember that.
Cash. Yep. Yeah, we gave him until to pay up, and he has paid up his back taxes, so we have previously agreed to deed it back to him if he had done that. So we need a motion.
Make a motion to deed the property at 9 Pineland Park, map 33, lot 203-1. Back to the original owner, he's the original owner, right? Mm-hmm.
Yes.
The original owner, Mark Meady. Did I say that right, Meady?
Brian Meady.
I have Mark Meady here.
I think he has 2 first names. I don't know which one he's...
Oh, it's one of those guys with
Mr.
2 first names.
Mr. Meady.
Yeah,
Okay,
Mr.
Mr.
Meady.
Meady.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And we gotta sign it.
Just about one copy you have, right?
Yep.
Okay, give these back.
We don't have the actual minutes, the original printed minutes to sign in this next section.
We don't?
If you can make the motion to sign,
Oh.
I'll put them in the signature file.
Well, I've got, I printed out copies for me if you wanna take those.
Okay.
I mean, that'll work.
I haven't read them, so
Oh, you haven't read them?
can we just like table those?
All right, let's table
for
the
next-
minutes.
Our next meeting. Not the next 1 in 2 weeks, but
The 29th?
yeah.
Yeah, we can't table them too long, because the problem being, these can't be posted till they're approved.
It can't be.
They're available to be
For
viewed. but-
drafts, right?
Yeah, they're available to be viewed, but not posted till they're approved. So let's do those on the 29th. Give Mike a chance to read them.
Can we do them tomorrow? We can hold a meeting after the budget committee meeting?
That agenda.
Oh, that's been canceled,
Well,
right? Is that the-
we're gonna talk about that in a couple minutes here. So, yeah, we're gonna talk about that in a couple minutes, but anyways, so we're gonna move on to, we'll do that on the 29th. Expenditure report. How we look with the new, hot off the presses report.
Still pretty good.
It was on your table when you came in, right there.
Yeah.
This isn't the expenditure report, though. That is the proposed budget.
Yeah, that's the Muni Smart.
Yeah. Where are we at
The last one I
percentage-wise?
sent was last week.
Yeah, that's when I printed out.
So it wasn't like, what, 57%? Was that right?
It,
I'll tell you in a second, I got it right here.
I don't see anything really jumping out.
We're about 61% used. We've got what,
Last quarter.
3 months, yeah, so we're in good shape, I mean.
Yeah.
We're actually in pretty decent shape. That doesn't mean go crazy, guys. Okay, administrative comments.
The first item I have is the 9 floor proposals.
Yeah?
I need a
I did-
motion to.
Yeah, I didn't bring the copy with me. There's two I just wanted to talk about,
Okay.
if I remember right. They were like,
8 and 9?
yeah, 8 and 9. Because I think on 8 and 9, I did not support them. Was that?
Right,
Yes.
that is correct, yeah.
And looking at what Liz has put together, I'm just curious why you guys support them. I mean, not that,
I'd have
It was
to,
number 6, I think was it number 6?
Yes, yes.
Now, let's talk about it for a minute. Maybe I'm unclear about how it read. I thought what it said was, this is for assessing.
oh, which one we talking about now?
Are you talking about number 6?
Yeah.
I was talking about
Okay.
number 8, I'm on 9. Or 8 and 9 are the two I opposed. And
So which one are you talking about first?
we'll let Mike have his way.
So,
Alright, so anyway, the way I read it, or I think I understood it was, assessing wants to look at income as part of a taxable revenue for the town. In other words, it's just not the property and structures, but also, say it's like rental property. So they use the rental property as a value on the property, and they tax like that, rather than just the structure and the land. Is that what I understand?
'Cause I think we all three have supported that one.
no, he voted no.
Oh, he don't know on that
Yeah.
one? Oh.
Yeah, that's why he wanted to talk about number 6.
Do you have another copy of this for Andy? So you can read along with us?
I'll give you my copy. But I need to have it back, please.
Should make you sign for it too, Andy.
You bring your own.
I just feel that, again, it's a live free or die state. Somebody should be able to do what they want with their
Yeah.
property without being taxed on it like that. It's almost taxation without representation.
thank you, Liz.
You're welcome.
Municipal interest to be accomplished by, maybe you want to read that in, because my copy is a little blurry. You want to read that?
Well,
It's a little
it
blurry.
says legislation for the penalty for failure to submit request information relative to the value of the property as described. The penalty shall be 1% of the assessed value of the property.
Okay,
Collections of information relative to the value of the property will be more likely to come in from all property owners, thereby allowing for more adequate taxation on property so that all property owners will pay their fair share.
Okay. Property owner did not submit income.
Liz, when do you need this?
The vote is on the 26th, so tonight's the night.
Yep.
In order for you to motion to approve them.
Because I guess, Mike, where do you see the rental part of it? That's what I'm trying to,
No, that's what I'm seeing in reading into it.
okay.
It didn't say rental at all.
The property owner did not submit income or expenses for a property, then appeal the denial abatement. I think that you're reading that into that last paragraph, income and expenses.
That's the way I kind of read it.
Huh?
That's the way I kind of read it.
Yeah.
What, the way Mike is explaining it?
Yeah.
So I didn't read it into it. In the first paragraph especially, I just,
They make it open up a whole bag of worms, I think, for property owners in trouble.
Okay. Well, I'll change my vote.
yeah. Yeah.
Thanks, Mike.
Both of you?
Yep, yep. Yep, no, it's, the next one on number 8, I oppose that one. And, you know, again, with Liz's list you put together for us, both of you guys supported that. And the reason I opposed it is, when they say on Class 6 roads, it says where they go through the process, and currently property owners Class 6 roads and private roads have to go through the process in RSA 674-41 every time the property owner comes for a building permit, even if they have been through the process before for the main residence and filed in indemnification. Basically saying, we're not responsible for, you know, what happens. This would allow the governing body to ability to grant the building inspector authority to approve the issuance of future building permits without requiring the steps of our 674-41. Each time a building permit, if it changes security, the property.
Almost seems like there could be a liability there.
That's what I'm thinking. There could be a huge liability there, especially on a private road or a Class 6 road. I have never been one in favor of issuing building permits on those roads anyways, but to not have it looked at closely each and every time, I think we could, you know, we could be opening ourselves up for a
Well, they're
liability.
still pulling the building permits, right? So they'll still have their inspections, they're just not gonna go through that process. They'll go through that process the first time.
What process? That's the process, the building permits, the
Through the
inspections.
process, and the RSA, every time the property owner comes for a building permit. It's that RSA 674-41.
You get the RSA's right here in front of you?
I don't have.
Oh, they don't have that one? Okay.
I mean, he's still pulling the permits, he's still gotta have inspections.
Yeah, I still,
I think on a private road though, I mean, we just went through this a year ago on a private road, don't they have to get a waiver?
they do, that's what the indemnification is.
Yeah.
They have to file indemnification, it's a waiver, but I still have never been a fan of building on Class 6 or private roads. I mean, there's more than just the waiver in my mind, it's,
Liability.
yeah, there's not just liability, there's the ethics, somebody gets hurt out there and we can't get a piece of fire apparatus or something out there. I'm not a big fan of it. So I personally think they should go through the entire process. If someone wants to build a barn out there, go through the entire process again.
In short, what is that process, you know?
I wish I had the 674 here, but I mean, there's 674 forbids granting the building, oh, here we go. 674 forbids granting the building permit on Class 6 in certain private roads without following a specified procedure to ensure the governing body has approved of that building and that there is an indemnification filed by the owner. Currently, second building permits on the same property, even for small projects, require the same process. If the town has approved the building of a residence or other business buildings on the lot, the owner has filed the application, the governing body should have the authority to authorize future. It doesn't say what 674 states, so. Yes?
Can't build on a Class 6 or private road without the approval of the Board of Selectmen anyway. You have to ask the Board of Selectmen to get a permit before you can even build on it.
Yeah, but see what they're saying here is, if they ask for the first time, and then they want to put a second building on it, like a barn, garage, whatever, they can do it without going back to the board. And that's why I don't,
Well, what happened, the reason why the board voted years ago not to build on Class 6 or private roads was because of the building boom that was going on, and then we had all these houses on Class 6 and private roads, and then everybody said, hey, I pay my taxes, I want to be plowed now.
yeah.
And then we got into the big lawsuit thing and the whole 9 yards with that. Back in 2005 era?
Yeah, I just think we'll be opening ourselves up to some liabilities without all the checks and balances in place.
What do you think? I hate to be in, wish I had like, you know, one day, because I could do a little research, but
Well,
It's not that, you know what, I'll tell you, let's move this along, it's not that.
Yeah,
thing.
all right.
He has to go through the process, then he has to go through the process, or she.
Okay.
Sorry, he or she.
all right.
so you
So
guys,
you're changing your votes to
Yeah.
no on number 8? Okay.
and number 9, I also pose,
This is to do with mining.
yes.
Oh, yeah. It's a big no-no, Milton. Remember that? The Tenerife
Yep,
thing?
sure do. Sure do.
That was our best turnout.
To be accomplished by proposal.
These things are so hard to read.
Oh, it's the way they write
You gotta
them.
break them down like 3 words at a time. They got it, okay. Then you read the next 3 words, you go, what the heck does that mean?
You know, I'm reading this and I think I'm gonna change mine to a yes on this one.
Because what it's saying is it's gonna give the taxpayers and the residents input
Yes.
on
Yeah.
the state process of mining.
Yep,
So-
and it's gonna make it,
I think that,
yeah, I think I'm
No.
gonna change my vote to a yes on that one.
And you two are staying the same as a yes, okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you. Next item is the signage request at the high school. At the last meeting, you had asked if a certain time frame could be